Hey, it's Mike, and I'm here at the Battery Show. This is a convention for the emerging battery industry in North America, and because it's in Detroit, some automakers showed up too. So I wanted to give you kind of just a flavor of a speech that Kurt Kelty gave from General Motors. But before I do that, I'm going to head over to the Bat to the Future zone, just to have a little fun. So, hey guys. Kurt talked more about their LMR chemistry, that's Lithium Manganese Rich. I did a video on that. I'll put a link to it here. And everything in that earlier video from this year is still valid, but he provided a few more details, which I think kind of connected the dots. But they did receive an award for Battery Innovation of the Year, much deserved award. And he talked about how that would be going into their large EVs in 2027. So vehicles like the Silverado EV, which with their high nickel batteries has a range of 490 miles EPA. Earlier this year, they briefly had in their order guide an LFP battery pack with a range of 350 miles. And they said in earlier presentations that that pack had a $6,000 lower cost, which for making vehicles profitable, we want to see the automakers make money on EVs so they can invest in more technologies. That's important, but the LMR chemistry will still deliver exceptional range at a price that they claim is on par with LFP. They say that the LMR chemistry in a Silverado EV will get over 400 miles. So not sure if that's 401 miles or 420 miles, but we'll have to see. Now, the interesting thing is they did talk about LMR batteries being a large format cell. And if you go back to the picture, I'll put it in here, that shows the battery that they released in their earlier press release. It does show it as kind of large, so it makes sense that it's energy dense, but it is a large format battery. So packaging it in something like a Bolt EUV that they're going to reveal soon will be kind of difficult, but packaging it in a larger vehicle like the Silverado EV or something like even maybe the Vistic, the larger EVs, that might be more doable. So he said initially it would go into those large truck EVs and SUV EVs. Somebody did ask him about LMFP, which is adding manganese to an LFP cathode chemistry. That's something that China seems to be playing around with a little bit. He seemed to say that LMR is gonna, have advantages over them, and they really see that as a bit of a game changer for them. So last thing on that, he ended the presentation, his speech, talking about his early years in the battery industry, working in consumer electronics in the 1990s. Everybody was just trying to get smaller camcorder batteries for the consumer electronics. That the expertise went to Japan, and from Japan, China took over, and we've been living in that world ever since. And he seemed quite optimistic that they would be able to win back the battery leadership. It's going to take some time, it's going to take a lot of effort, but he ended on a quite positive note, which compared to some of the other presentations that I went to that I'll summarize in a different video, they weren't so optimistic. But anyway, great insights from a really good guy to listen to. He didn't grow up in the auto industry, so he's one of those guys. He just tells you how it is and doesn't have much of a filter. So hope you enjoyed this brief walkthrough.